G'day, Jeff Lewis here from Seriously Series, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a review, but not on camera equipment, on something much more important. We're going to be talking about a company called GRABmeGEAR, and we've been using the equipment supplied by Jimmy and the team at GRABmeGEAR for a number of months now, and we've done some extensive testing on the equipment. And we just want to share with you how we believe that this company and the products that it produces could be of a big help to you on your next big adventure. So if you want to find out this and more, then you know, as always, what to do. Click on that subscribe button down below, click on that notification button too, but most importantly, stay tuned. So today we're joined by a special guest. He has come from behind the camera and off the cutting room floor. We all know him as Damon, and Damon is here today.
So this GRABmeGEAR setup that we have in front of us here is probably the main bag that I used on our last trip, the Dust and Dreams, which you haven't really seen much of, but you will. I carried pretty well all the stuff that I normally have loose or in single bags, and it just usually gets real messy when it's like that. And Jimmy said that this would make us a bit more organised, and he was definitely right, because all my loose stuff is in there, but it's all in one little bag opposed to all over the show, and I know exactly where it is. So this was literally in an arm's reach in the Series 3. And if I needed a charger or another battery, I'll just grab it, put it in, and then vice versa for stuff that needed charging. And it just made it like really good for like on the fly kind of filming, which we do, just because I knew like exactly where it was, and everyone else did as well. I could just say, oh, it's in the back in that GRABmeGEAR bag, and it just helped, like those little things that take time, just made it real easy to make it like a lot more comfortable for other people as well, to know where things are. And like I had little tools in there, screwdriver, just absolutely everything in this little small bag. So there was other stuff as well, which I think we use. This is my one that I use here in Tassie, but I think we use something similar for our maps as well. So
Yeah, and I guess one of the reasons why we went for this was, or interested in GRABmeGEAR itself, is GRABmeGEAR is a WA based or Western Australian based company. All the products are made here within Australia, and we believe that it's really important to support, you know, locally made products, even though we are here in Tasmania at the moment. But Damon's dead set right. We had a number of different bags on the trip. As you can see, we've got two here, but we had some that actually came in a roll, and these were fantastic when we had, I think we had 3 or 4 permits that we had to carry. We had a bunch of different maps, because yes, we still prefer to use paper maps, and to be honest, I think a tablet of any variety, unless it's made of stone, isn't going to survive in a series Land Rover. And so having everything accessible and actually somewhat a bit more organised meant that, particularly for Damon and Mike, who travelled with us, if we needed documentation, I could just say, oh well, we've got it in the Series 3, it's on the passenger side seat in the roll, they can pick it up, come over to the camp table, and everything's there. So you're not losing documents, and documents that were nice and crisp and white at the start of the trip don't end up a kind of off red by the end of the trip and covered in oil and muck and all the rest, which the reason why we're saying this is because it's happened in the past. So
yeah, and the good thing I like about it is they're nice and tough as well, and they've got handles. So like this is quite heavy. Like
But we've also got the clear top too, don't we? So
Yeah.
you can see what's in it, which is great.
Yeah, and that really makes a big difference if you forget what's in there, or you're thinking, oh, did I put that in there? You just look, and there it is. So another one like this, I have the batteries in, the big batteries I'm talking about, so they would take up that whole thing, so it'd be pretty heavy, but those handles, like, no problem at all. And you just know they're going to be looked after, and there no dust got in. Like, this is off colour. It used to be like well, this is even off colour, but it used to be green. Now it's kind of a tinty pink, like everything else does when you're in that kind of country. The pigment just sticks to everything, so it just makes it look used, which it definitely was.
It's got a tale to tell, and one of the great things about why we love canvas in particular isn't just because we like Land Rovers, but you can actually repair it, and as Damon's already talked about, it's tough and it's hard wearing, and the canvas that these products are made out of is actually heavy duty, proper canvas. It's not this wispy stuff that you can get, which tends to chafe through, and particularly we were going over corrugations on a day-by-day basis pretty much, and not just for a couple hundred kilometres. This was thousands of kilometres travelling from the heart of the Red Centre right down to the Australian Bight. And even before starting the trip, we had 1,400 kilometres of mainly unsealed road that we actually had to travel on to get to our starting point. So it's a product that you're going to buy. They're not cheap, but you buy one of these bags and it's going to last you a lifetime. It's certainly going to last us a few more trips, hopefully. So.
And what about the little thing that we had underneath the cars?
Oh,
a
that
lot of the
thing,
time?
yeah.
That we probably used the most, I would probably say.
We don't like to admit that, but we did. The handiest item that we actually received from GRABmeGEAR, and it was quite funny talking to Jimmy about this. He mentioned that he had some ground sheets, and I said, oh, that'd be fantastic as a drop sheet underneath the Land Rover. And I said, I bet you'll get some really good photos of us using that. And we pretty much sadly used it nearly every day, particularly on the Series 3. Things rattling loose, things needing to be topped up, retorqued and all the rest. So the ground sheets are fantastic. Once again, made of very, very thick canvas, and they're virtually impervious to water. So Mike, who was travelling with us on the trip, who sadly isn't here today, put his canvas swag on one of these ground sheets, and we had only one night, I think, on the trip where it actually rained, and he got flooded out because all the water pooled on his ground sheet. But it served perfectly well in every other scenario that we used it in. So, yeah.
Definitely have to get one here for the Tassie soil to keep the wet off of me.
We might need a bit bigger one over here. It tends to rain a bit more. So, yeah. But no, it's certainly a very handy way of just keeping everything accessible and organised in the back of your 4x4. And the creator of the company, Jimmy, set out to do this to make camping easier really for the masses, and we've certainly found that the case with products. So we'll keep using them. We'll obviously probably look at them in greater detail down the track, see how they're faring, and most importantly, we'll let you know. I think that's all I have to say on the subject, Damon.
Yeah. Great bit of kit, and you can really choose your own adventure with them. You can put whatever you like. We definitely have. So grab a bit of GRABmeGEAR and see what you can put in it.
And if you want to find out more about GRABmeGEAR, dive into the description box down below. We'll have a link down there. You can click on the link, visit Jimmy's website, check it out and see if it's the right bit of kit for you.